Hello, finally, our YouTube channel is fully ready, and I want you guys to use this medium to welcome Chat Time episode 1. Yes, we are finally starting our chat time. Okay, one thing quick, I'm very, very sorry, and I am deeply sorry for not having posting videos on the rest of our media. That was because I was getting fully prepared for our YouTube channel and chat time. I'm so sorry once more. But that's by the way. So welcome chat time episode 1, like I said earlier. So in this video, what we are going to be doing basically is just trading view settings. I want you to set up your trading view so it looks exactly just like mine. So at the future dates, while we are analyzing the market, you will not have a different trading view settings from mine, because if you could remember very well, I said it that our YouTube channel is going to be divided into two segments. We are going to be having the chat time episode. The other one is what is the psychological discussions that we've been having before. We are not going to stop that, of course. It is very, very necessary. So once again, welcome chat time episode 1. So I will show you guys exactly how it's done. Let us analyze raw market. Let's make money and lose money together. That is just the sincere truth. So back to what I was saying. I want you to sit back, relax, get your trading view ready, and I'll meet you guys on my other screen. All right. So welcome, guys. Um. All right. This is my screen, and I've logged in into my account on TradingView. So the first thing first we are going to be doing here is, you see this part like this. Now you are going to be seeing like various time zones that I've added to my favorite already. So first thing, if you click on this arrow here, it will display all the time zones we have in TradingView. It's going to display all the time zones we have in TradingView, starting from 1 tick, 10 ticks, 100 ticks, seconds. We have minutes, we have hours, we have days, we have weekly, months, and so on and so forth. But the ones I starred, those are the ones I added to my favorite. It means that those are the ones I am using. The monthly time frame, which is 1 month. 1 month means monthly time frame. 1 week means what? Weekly time frame. 1 day means daily, 4 hours and 1 hour. So I never go below the 1 hour time frame. So you can see I already start the monthly time frame, meaning that I'm using the monthly time frame. Same thing as the weekly. So you can see I have four of them here: monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour. Five of them, I mean. So let me click on this drawdown back, and let me try to remove. Let me try to like this weekly. Now let me remove it from favorite, and let's see what happens. You can see that you can no longer see that what the weekly time frame again here, meaning that what I did not add it as my favorite, meaning I am not using it. But of course I'm using it, so I'm going to add it back. So you want to what? You want to also add all these time zones, start them, add them to what, to your favorite um time zones, because these are the time zones we are going to be using. Now moving away from the time zones, the next thing here is the tools. You see this list of tools that I drag here, these are the tools I use, and you can only see them here like this because I've already choose them as my favorite. But I'm going to show you where to get all of them. Alright, I'm going to show you where to get all of them, and after getting them you have to style all of them, meaning that you have to add them to your favorite so you can have something like this on your trading view as well. So I just like putting it in a place like this, because all this starts from this candles, indicators, whatever up to these settings. I don't usually use them. Just once in a while, this full screen mode, once in a while I can use it. And this take a snapshot is just where I can screenshot my screen, or maybe I want to like share my analysis. I can like copy the link from there. If I click it now to show, you see, download image, copy link, whatever and whatever, just in case I want to like share it to my friends for my analysis. So I just like putting it here. It will cover stuff that I don't use. So maybe like this here, I'm fine with it. So that whenever I want to use all those tools, I will not like go back to this place and start looking for them. I have them here already. Anyone I want to use, I'll just click on it and what, make use of it, since I've added them to my favorite already. So the first tool I added to my favorite, of which you want to add to your favorite as well, is the trend line. Now what is trend line used for? Trend line is just used to like guide the trend of the market. Trend line, it is used to what, guide the trend of the market. So now where do we get trend line? At the left hand side here, all this list of tools here, except for this first one, starting from this second one here now. All right, so except from this one. This second one here, click on this small arrow beside it. You see, meaning that inside of this we have all these tools there. So the trend line is what we normally use, and you can see that of course I've added it to my favorite already. So just start it. All this ray, info line, whatever line, I do not use them. That's why I do not add it to my favorite. Then the next one is the horizontal line. You can see I've added it. Horizontal ray, I've added it. And where are these tools? Look at the trend line here. Look at the horizontal ray and the horizontal line. You see, now check it down again. Is there any other one that I start? No. Meaning that in this list of tools on here, the only ones I normally use are these three, of which I've added to my favorite: the trend line, horizontal line, and the horizontal ray. So you should also what? You should also add it. Let's move to the next one. We are done with this. Now this one also, this same small arrow beside this one, you are going to click. You see, we've gotten into another. Alright, so the next one is, after we've gotten the trend line, the next one is come to this down one here. Click on this same small arrow beside it. Click on it. Then it will bring out the list of tools. You can see this field retracement is starred already. So meaning field retracement is one of the tools that I use. So let's scroll down to see if there are another ones. Okay. So in this list of tools, the only one I use here is fib retracement. So fib retracement is called the Fibonacci. Okay, Fibonacci tool is a very important and essential to all traders, regardless of the type of trader you are using Fibonacci. So I've added it to my favorite already. That's why you can see that it is start, and this is it here. You can see fib retracement. So this is where I got it from. That is where I got it from. So the next one after this one is, let's move to down one. Click on this one. Okay, in this part, in this list of tools here, do we have anything? Do we have anything? Okay, you see in this part now we have nothing. Actually, we have nothing here. So let's move to the next one, which is here. Okay, so the next tool here, you can see this tool. This is the long position and the short position. Of course, one of the advantages on TradingView is that you have, if you are buying or you are selling, there's this tool that you can actually use to calculate your pips and your risk to reward ratio. So these are the tools. This is long position, which represents if you are buying, and this is short position, which represents if you are selling. All right. So depth, of course, you want to add this to your favorite as well. Set all these settings there. So the long position and the short position, add them to your favorite, and this is them here. See, this is the long position and that is the short position. So let's scroll down to see if there are like any other ones again. Okay, in this list of tools as well, it's just all these ones, just this long position and the short position. All right, I'll show you how all these things work. So let's move to the next one. All right, so the next one here is going up. No, we are done with this one already, and we've seen that it's just these two, this long position and the short position. So the next one is this same small arrow. Okay, which one do we have here? Okay, I think this is the part that has most of my tools, because already I can see 6 here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is the one that has most of my tools, you see. So all this brush, highlighter, and arrow marker, whatever, I don't use them. So it starts from the arrow markup, arrow mark down, the rectangle, the rotated rectangle, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. So these are the ones I use, and you can see that I've already started them, meaning that I've added them to my favorite. You see the arrow, make sure you add the arrow markup, arrow mark down. I'll show you what I use all these things for. Okay, the rectangle, you can see it here. This is the rectangle. Then the other type of rectangle is the rotated rectangle. They have two different advantages. Okay, this is of two different uses, and also the part. Okay, part aside the part, there's no any other tool here again. There's no other tool here. So let's move to the next one, which is text. So in this one, text is the only one I use. As the name implies, text. Okay, just in case I want to like quickly write something, I use this text to write whatever thing I want to write, just in case of anything. So I use text. So I think that's all these ones here. I don't use any of them. Emoji, what am I using it for? You can add emoji, but it's not necessary. Okay, so that's all. I don't use all this one. So text is what is the last one. Alright, so that's that about that. Now that you've known the time frames that we use, you've known all the tools we use, how to like get them, you've added them to your favorite, just like I did. So the next thing we are going to go into now is the design of all those tools, because when you are using trading view as for the first time, all those tools comes in a particular design. For instance, this trend line, when you are using trend line for the first time, trend line comes in black color. You can see me on trend line, this is gray color, so I don't know, or ash, I don't know. So there's a way I set it. So that is the next thing we are going to be doing now. Okay, so how do you set up your trend line? The first two we are going to be um doing here is trend line. Of course, that is the first one. So you click on the trend line. This is how it looks like. Okay, so just like I said earlier, if you are using trend line for the first time on your trading view, it comes in black color, I guess. So just click on it. Look at the color here. This line two colors. Click on it, and this is the particular color I'm using. This particular ash color is one I'm using. And other thing you should notice there is this opacity, which is the thickness should be in 100%. If I click, I can drag it down to 0%, whatever percent, but it should be in 100%, just like mine. And what you have something like this. So that is the only settings in our trend line. So the next one is our Fibonacci here. You see, Fibonacci is a very important tool, like I said before. Like, okay, let me show you how it looks like. This is your Fibonacci here. In fact, some traders use Fibonacci as their confirmation to get into a trade or to exit a trade. That is how important a Fibonacci can be. And when you're using Fibonacci for the first time, it comes in, like, it has plenty numbers like this, usually too stuffy. Okay, but you have to set it to look exactly like this. Okay, when you click on it, you see exactly what I'm saying. You see, when you see a Fibonacci like this, it looks neat, clean, and catchy. Okay, but trust me, when you're using Fibonacci for the first time, it does not look like this at all. So I'm going to go into the settings now and make sure you calm down and set this Fibonacci. This one can be really kind of confusing, but if you do exactly what you see on my screen, you are going to get it. So go, okay, let me go back, sorry. Click on these settings, then go to style. So this is where all the settings are. Just do exactly what you are seeing on the screen. This trend line, it should be what? It should be on. Yes. The next one are these figures, the numbers. Yeah, these are, you can look at all the whole numbers that are there. Imagine if all these numbers are on, how will your Fibonacci look like? It's going to look really scattered. So you have to off all the numbers except for these ones that are on. 0, 0.618, the 1, this 0. If you get to this 0.27, what you will see there is no 0.27. You have to do it yourself. Delete the number there and you put minus 0.27 because it is an extension. And the last one is this 0.5. So make sure all these numbers are there. Just set exactly what you see on the screen. Set exactly what you see on the screen. Then moving on to the next one, this background as well, make sure it is on and make sure you off it totally. Don't leave your own like this. If you leave your own like this is what you are going to have. You see, and this is not what I have on my own Fibonacci. Go back to the settings, come to style, drag it down. Your background should be totally to 0 like this, and make sure it is on, of course. Bring it to 0. Also, what next? Okay, this levels, make sure levels is on, and make sure this is values, not in percentage. See, not in percent. Make sure it is in value. Also, this right should be right, center should be center, middle and middle. The text should be on. The font size should be 14. You can make yours bigger or whatever, but make sure it is in 14. So when you have all the old styles like mine in your own, click on this OK, and you should have exactly something like this. Okay, should have exactly something like this. So at a later date, when we are like treating Fibonacci as a topic itself, we will go more deep into how to use Fibonacci retracement and what it is even used for. So moving on to the next one is this rectangle. Yeah, you see, I told you that we have two types of rectangle. We have the normal rectangle and we have the rotated rectangle. So they are used for two different things. This rectangle, the main rectangle, is used to plot our major levels. It's used to plot our major levels. When I say levels, I mean our zones. Those are our support and resistance. So the main rectangle is used to plot our major levels, while the rotated rectangle is used to plot our minor levels. Yeah, that is how it works. Rectangle is used to plot major levels. The rotated rectangle is used to plot what? Minor levels. So when you're using rectangle for the first time, it does not come like this. So you have to apply the settings. You have to apply the what the settings. Also have something like mine. So for you to get the settings, like for you to get your rectangle to look exactly like this, I've told you what we use the rectangle for. So for you to get the settings to look exactly like this, come to click on it. You know what you're setting here is just the colors. You're setting the border color and the background. So to set the border color, come to this line tool color, click on it. It has to be in white, and it is this particular white. Then make the thickness to be 100%. That's for the border. For the line tool color, that should be in this particular white, and the thickness should be in 100%. Then for the background, which is this second one here, line tool background, click on it. It has to be in this particular black. That should be in that particular black. Make sure it is in this particular black. I mean for the background, and the thickness, which is this opacity or whatever, let it should be in 100% as well. You can like reduce it, but if you reduce it, you now have exactly what I have. So make it to be 100% like this. So that's all. That is all you are setting there. The border color and the background, white, black, thickness should be 100 and 100%. So that is that for the rectangle. While for the rotated rectangle that we used to plot our minor zones, this is how it looks like. Let me straighten it. Okay, so this is how our rotated rectangle look like. So how do we have this? Of course, you see all these tools, like I said earlier, if you are using them for the first time, you are not going to have something like this. And why do I even use this color for our rectangle? Why? Because that's because I just feel like, any particular level we call our support or resistance, it means that that place is preventing the market from either going up or from bleeding to the downside. So it is either a support or a resistance. So when you just know that whenever you see this black bar, you know that that we have like an hindrance there that is stopping the market either from going up or from going down. So that is that for the rectangle, and we plot our major levels on the higher time frame. So this is for the minor level. That is what we use the rotated rectangle for. So for you to get this particular settings, click on it. You don't need to go to settings, it's just color. The line to color should be same white as the rotated rectangle, and the thickness should be in the same 100%. But the difference there is that for this rotated rectangle, the background color is the same black as the normal rectangle, but the thickness is 50%, not 100% like the normal rectangle. That is the only difference there. So I hope we are getting this. So let's move on to the next one actually. So we've talked about the trend line, the Fibonacci rectangle, rotated rectangle. The next one is what? The buy and sell position. The buy and sell position. How do we use them? Okay, I'm just going to put both of them here actually. This is for the buy. This is how it looks like, and this here, this is for the sell, and this is how it looks like also. You can see we have two different colors. We have the red zone and the green zone. The red zone is representing loss, while the green zone represents profit. If whenever we are buying the market, of course we are expecting the market to move up. So if the market moves up, if the market respect our analysis, and we are like correct, and the market is moving up, that is when we are going to come into the green zone, which means profit. But if we are wrong, we are buying and the market is moving down, it will come into the red zone, which is indicating loss. Same thing to this sell too. If we sell, of course we are expecting the market to come to the downside. So if the market respect our analysis and we are correct, the market will come to the downside, and that is when we can be in the green zone, which is representing profit. While if our analysis is wrong, we are selling and the market is going up, it will come into the red zone, and that is loss. Okay, that is why you see that this thing looks like interchangeably. For the buy, the red is up, and sorry, the green is up, the red is down. Why for the sell, the green is down, the red is up. Of course, that is how it is going to look like. Now to the colors. For this is the only two that I know that even if you are using it for the first time, it comes like this. It is always green and red. Though you can change it, but it comes in the usual green and red. So, but we like me, I don't leave it in the normal green and red that trading view gives me. No, I add some little settings to it just to like make it a little bit spicy. Okay, and this is what you should also set to your trading view as well. You have to set it to the trading view so you have exactly what I have in mind. So the only settings we will be doing in these ones are just the colors as well. The color you see it in the normal green and red, but the green and red we are going to like add just some little spicy to make it unique. So this is the green that I use, and the thickness should be 80%. If you're using it new, I think their thickness used to be in, is it 50 or whatever, I don't know, but mine I prefer it to be in 80%. You know, it looks more great like this. And the red also is what is this particular red, and it's still in the same 80%. All right, same thing goes to the cell position. This particular green is the green I use, okay, and it is in 80% thickness. Why for the red is this red, and is in what 80% thickness. That is for our buy and sell too. Nothing much there. So the next one is our arrow. This is what arrow looks like. So what I use this arrow for basically is just like an indication of the next direction of the market. You know, after my analysis, and I feel like this market is going to like move up or it's going to come down, I can just use the arrow just to make my trade look kind of more professional. That is what I use the arrow for. And I think the arrow usually comes in red color as well, so there's nothing much to actually edit in this one. Just know that it is this red, and the thickness is 100%, really thick. The next one is the horizontals, horizontal ray and horizontal line. So let's pick the horizontal ray first. This is how the horizontal ray looks like. So if you are using it for the first time, it does not look like this. You have to apply my settings. Okay, so what do I use this horizontal ray for? I use it to represent profit target. I use it to represent profit target. Let's say I'm in a trade, and I like this particular price level is my profit. I can just put the horizontal ray as at that particular price, telling me that yes, that place is my what is my profit target. And if it is a trade whereby I have more than one target, I can just, instead I come here and click horizontal ray and put it to my next target, or instead of doing that, this one that I have used already, I can just click on it and clone it. When you clone it, it's going to like basically give you another one, drag it to wherever your second target is. That is how it looks like. So but for you to have a perfect this thing, what is it called, for you to be able to put all this thing on the perfect price, instead of you dragging and trying to, okay, let's say for instance our second target is 0.8500, for you to like click this now and start dragging it to 0.8500, stressing yourself, you can just click on it, come to I think settings here, right? Yeah, come to coordinates and you will input the number 8500. I have it here already, you see, and click on OK. It will basically what adjust there, and you have it there very perfect. So that is what I use the horizontal ray for, and that is how I use it. Now moving to the color settings. Okay, just click on it. The color settings is come to this particular green. You can see we have different greens there. This is the particular green I use for my profit target for my horizontal ray, because that one looks more okay, and the thickness is usually in 100% as usual. So let me remove the horizontal ray. So now the next one is the horizontal line. This is how horizontal line looks like. The difference between horizontal ray and horizontal line is that for horizontal ray you can see the beginning but you cannot see the end. Why for horizontal ray you can see the beginning, you cannot see the end. Why for horizontal line you cannot see the beginning and the end. Okay, I've told you what I use horizontal ray for. But as for the horizontal line, what do I use it for? You see, I said that we usually use that rectangle to plot our major levels on the higher time frame. So while plotting your major levels, there are some kind of levels that might not be really obvious, but you are like kind of skeptical, is this a zone or not? It's not that obvious, but you see, when you're in that kind of situation, don't leave that kind of level unattended. No, you have to attend to it. So what I usually use to represent that page, so what I usually use to represent all those kind of situations is this horizontal ray. So that tells me that whenever the price gets to a particular horizontal ray, I have to like make some decisions. It is not that obvious like the ones we use our rectangle to plot. But you are kind of, is this a zone or not? Is this a zone or not? You can just use your horizontal ray, put it in that particular place, so that when price gets there, you know that you have some decision to make, either you want to close your trade or you want to close some percentage. That is how it works basically. So that's that about the horizontal ray and the horizontal line. As for the coloring, come here, this particular black, and the thickness is still in 100% as usual. So let's move to the next. All right, so we are almost done with with the everything, with the settings and stuff like that. But please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button, like the comments, and what, make sure you on the what's it called, the notification bell, so that whenever we drop all these kind of videos, you should be the first person to get notified. Please subscribe so that it can be recommended to a broader audience. So let's continue. So the next one is parts. Parts, what does it look like? This is it here. This part you can easily use it to explain something to someone, just like you drawing. You can use it to, let's say you want to like explain a trend to maybe your friend or your student. You can just use this part to represent exactly what you are talking about. So I usually use it for that purpose. Also, whenever I feel like, okay, maybe I know or like I'm expecting this kind of next pattern for the market, I can just use the part to like draw it in anticipation, to see if the market is going to give me the exact pattern that I have drawn. Okay, so that is what part looks, and that is how part looks like, and that is what I use it for. So if you want to set your parts, you know the color should be in green color, this particular green, yeah, and the thickness should be 100%. The next one is text. I've told you what we use text for. Just in case you want to like really write something down, click on the text, drag your cursor to anywhere you want it to be, click on it, and just write whatever you want to write. Let's say for instance I'm writing something like I want to buy at 0.85 hundred price level. You see? And that's it. You see, this is just like a reminder. You might think you might have forgotten safe, but when you have something like this on your chart, so whenever you come back to that particular pair, you just see this, you'll be like, oh, I want to like do this thing. So that is what text is for basically. So nothing much to actually set. The text, the color should be in black, of course. Your font size should be in 22. This is bold enough. If you want it to be 24, whatever, but I usually use 22. Normally, yeah, you can see it this way. So it's fine. It's fine. So the next one is the arrow mark down and the arrow mark up. So what do I use this arrow mark down, arrow mark up for? Arrow mark down, I usually use it to like indicate if there's a particular place I'm expecting to sell a market. I'll just put my arrow mark down there. Why for the arrow mark up? I use it to indicate if there's a particular place I'm looking forward to buy the market. So now let me give you an illustration. Let me remove them back. Okay. So okay, this is our chart here. Let's say for instance I'm looking forward to sell this market, but not now. Let's say after my analysis tells me that okay, there's a possibility that this trade is going to retrace back to this particular point here. So meaning that I want this trade to do something like this. It has already come down, right? So I want to do something like this, come back here. Then I'm looking forward to take the sell here. Okay, so instead of me doing like this, I can just bring my arrow mark down. Since I'm selling, I'll bring my arrow mark down and put it here, meaning that I'm looking forward to an entry this particular place. That is how I use it. Okay, you can say that it looks more professional like this. It serves as a reminder, since you are the one using all these things. So once you see them, you know what they are used for. Okay, so this is how I use it. It's just like a reminder that, yeah, even though this trade has come down, my analysis tells me that this thing is going to pull back to this place, and when it's pull back here, I want to sell. So I can just delete this part. Since I have my arrow mark down there, it's totally fine. I know what that is serving as, and if it is to buy, probably my analysis tells me that okay, the trade is going to retrace back, do something like this. Then when I see something like this, I want to buy. Okay, I want to buy. I can just put the part there and still put my arrow mark up. So this is what I use them for. The arrow mark down is used to indicate a point where I want to sell, while the arrow mark up is used to indicate a point where I'm looking forward to buy. That's them. Now that we've explained all the tools we use, so what can I call it? We've explained all the tools, the trend line, the Fibonacci rectangle, the rotated rectangle, buy, sell, whatever and whatever. So what else? What other settings do we need to? Do I need to tell you? Okay, the volume. Yeah, the volume. There's something that we call volume in trading view. When you're opening your trading view for the first time, you see the volume used to be this down part here, but you need to have like a cleaner chart, a chart that is more clean and more clear. Do not complicate things for yourself. You just want to make your chart to be as neat as mine. You can see my chart is very very neat, nothing complicating. Okay, so this volume here, there's a way you can actually delete the volume. So this down part here is where you are going to find the volume. So when you see the volume looks like all these candles. So when you see there, bring your cursor there, click on it. When your cursor is on the volumes, click on it. It should pop up some questions, and you see where you can actually delete. And if you cannot, this part here, excuse me, this part between this small space between this sell and this buy, which is what we call spread, you should see one small arrow here. If you click on that arrow, it will bring an option whereby it will tell you that delete volume. Then you click on it, maybe delete volume or remove volume, whatever. Both delete and remove, just make sure you get rid of that volume. We are not using it. So this is the end of all the trading view settings. I've showed you the what is it called, the time frames, the tools we use. Make sure you add them to your favorites, where to get them, and the settings. So the last thing I need to talk about here now, I think, is the watch list. The watch list here. The watch list here. So what is watch list? Basically, watch list is where you add pairs that you trade. That's what watch list is basically, and this is where you can find. Let me take it back. This very first one here, you see watch list details and news. Click on it, and what you see, list of trades, list of pairs that I trade. I trade Euro USD, USD CHF, Bitcoin, Gold, dollar index, and so on and so forth. See them here. These are the list of pairs that I trade. I'm not saying you should add exactly what I have in my own to your watch list. No, what and the kind of pair that we understand each other might not be the pairs that you are going to understand each other. No, I just felt like I understand all these pairs more. Even my mentor, I don't think he trade all these ones. Okay, so watch list. So how do you add pairs to your watch list? This plus sign here, click on it to bring add this add symbol. When you click on it, you see you can search symbol, just search for whatever. Let's say for instance, let's search for USD card. USD card, you see, this is USD card, but we have various USD card. Why? The reason is because it is presented to us by different brokers. We have Owanda, FXCM, Forex.com, whatever. They are all different brokers. So any broker you like using, me, I like, and I'm going to recommend FXCM. Yeah, I'm going to recommend FXCM to you guys. So for any pair you want to add the one that has the one that is presented to you by FXCM broker. Click on this plus sign. You see, it is added to my watch list already. That is why it is bringing options to either delete, or I can view the USD card chart itself. But I'm going to delete it because I don't trade USD card. So that is how to add to watch list, and that is what watch list is. That is what it is all about. So I don't use any other thing here again, just the watch list. Okay, so that's that about that. So thank you for staying to the very end of this trading settings. I'll meet you guys in my other screen. So let's go. Come by guys, how was the video? I hope it is going to be very very helpful. Just follow all the guidelines there. I know the video was a little bit lengthy, I try my best not to make it that long, but I really need to do all I'm supposed to do, because those are the values in it. These are the values in it after all. So this is the very episode. This is the very beginning of our chat time, episode 1. So, and I'm looking forward to be bringing in more value to you guys on chat time. So just please make sure you subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, so that anytime you drop a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. So when you see chat time episode 2, quickly rush there, don't do anything. And one thing I will plead with you now is that please do not skip any part in that video. From the beginning to the end is very very educative and important. So if you are the type that actually skipped up to this point, go back and what, go and watch it. So see you guys later in our next video. Stay safe and bye.